Good evening, I'm Jeff Lyons. It is 9 o'clock now, time for the 14First Alert Weather Show at 9. Your comments showing up here on the 14 News Facebook page, so if you have any questions or concerns, put them on there and we'll answer those here in just a bit. We have First Alert weather days for tonight and tomorrow. Some scattered storms are lining up right now. They're a little more than scattered, as we'll see here in a moment. And we will have several rounds between now and tomorrow night. So that's why the First Alert weather days. Main threats with these storms will be heavy rainfall, but we could also see some damaging wind gusts. And right now, as you look across southern Illinois, we have a pretty well-defined line of storms dropping in there from about St. Louis. I'm going to show you how this is moving, and I'm actually going to go back, we'll go back 2 hours here to give you a little more continuity on how it's progressing along. And I'm going to switch the radar too. We'll get it a little farther over here so you can get a more accurate idea of how strong these are. I think that got it, maybe not. We'll go back to live. What I'm trying to do here is get the Paducah radar to kick in. There it goes. And so now when we loop it, you'll have a little better representation of how big these storms are. The farther away the radar is, they look huge and threatening. These are, for the most part, regular old thunderstorms. The one here in Saline County near Harrisburg did have some damaging wind potential with it. And earlier it actually had a tornado tag on that warning, but that has been removed. The rotation has gone away. What will likely happen is the majority of this rain will kind of move almost identically to how it moved last night, which was just out of the viewing area, down here around the lakes and into western Tennessee. But if you look at a little broader view, you can see some of that may scrape all the way in here to the southwestern edge of the tri-state. Now there is a severe thunderstorm watch that just includes Illinois and a few counties here in Illinois until midnight. But I think the axis of strongest storms will stay just off to our south and west. So the bottom line here is, if you're wondering if you can go to bed tonight, yeah, you can go to bed. This is not a tornado situation, but we will have some rain and some thunder through the night, and possibly some flooding them by morning. We actually got an upgrade to a level 2 or slight risk there, and that pretty much encompasses where that severe thunderstorm watch is in effect. We'll probably see another severe thunderstorm watch and a few severe thunderstorms on Saturday as the next wave moves in. And by that, I mean, not only will there be a damaging wind threat, but maybe an isolated tornado across western Kentucky and far southern Illinois. It's a 2% risk. That's very low, but we do need to mention that that's a possibility. Okay, let's see how the models are performing here. Actually, the precip here is a little farther north than it's actually showing up on the model. But later in the night here, this will be after 1:30, we see additional showers and storms coming through. And then a little lull tomorrow morning, followed by more storms firing up during the afternoon and evening. So we're, not out of the woods for about another 24 to 36 hours, and then things should really start to wind down. Rain potential is highest in the path of that line that I just showed you, but everybody stands to pick up maybe another inch or two of rainfall every night right here on schedule. Our flood watch also continues until tomorrow night. Okay, we're at 81 right now with 87 on the feels like. Temperatures have stayed right around 80 degrees here. There's really nothing to kind of push them off that mark. Feels like temperatures are the same as the actual temperature. We hit 73 this morning and we hit 84 this afternoon. So at least we didn't get up to 90 again, but we did warm up with that sunshine, and that's helping to provide some energy to these storms that we're getting now. We had a little bit of rain at the airport earlier. I won't total that up until after midnight. For the month now, we are behind by about 1 2/10 inches. We'll probably make that up tonight and tomorrow. So scattered thunderstorms again on Saturday. The bigger picture showing there's still more to come. There's an area of low pressure up here that's kind of moving along the Iowa-Missouri border, and then below it we have these little ridges of, or not ridges, but like a trough, like a, ripples, waves coming down, and that's what is driving those thunderstorms. Here's the or actually this is our graph model. Now this has a little better fix on where things are. It's a little ahead of where they are. And you can see how that motion generally to the south and west of the tri-state, with additional showers then filling in through the night and on Saturday afternoon, mainly after 2 p.m. into that 4 to 6 p.m. time frame is when we would most likely see the scattered showers and storms across the tri-state. Temperatures then after the rain stops will get back to around 90 next week. We will maintain a daily chance of scattered thunderstorms, you know, the old 20% widely scattered thunderstorms. Through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, again, each day presenting just a slight chance of a pop-up shower or two, not really widespread or a flooding issue. And rain amounts for the event here, this would be the grand total, at about 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. So that is pretty much in line with what we've been forecasting here. 70 tonight with showers and storms. 81 tomorrow, partly sunny, scattered thunderstorms again. Over the next 7 days, we have no more alert days, but we do have warmer temps and a few scattered thunderstorms each day. The temperature outlook gets us near normal, which would be about 90, and precip slightly above normal through the 24th. Here, our pet pick tonight, this is Oliver, cleverly disguised as a cushion. You see the cat, and then you see the stool down there. I don't even see a face in the cat anywhere. I think it's right there maybe. I don't know. Anyway, something for you to study there. I'll put the radar back up here in a minute because I'm pretty sure that's what you want to see and that's what the questions will be about. So let me get your stuff up here. There we go. All right, Cheyenne Hammond's blessing me again. I know, sneezy, aren't I? At least not dopey yet, but sneezy, yes. Let's see, Nikki Fry, bless you. Okay, thank you. Rhoda Eldot, Faye Stone, all in the Bless You Club. Laura Gray. Bill Vowles thinks I'm allergic to weather forecasting. I'm right there with you, brother. I'm allergic. I just want it to calm down and just be like sunny and nice, you know. That's a lot to ask sometimes. I'm going to get the radar back up here behind me. Let's see. Lisa Jennings is watching. Christian Doherty, time for storms on Monday. It would be in the afternoon again, if this lingers. Jeff Miller, rain getting close to my house. You can probably smell it. All right. Okay, now while I've been talking here, the Weather Service chopped down that warning a little bit, that severe thunderstorm warning. I'm just going to loop the radar here. And I will I'll turn the lightning strikes on too. That's always kind of interesting to see. Lightning is a good proxy for where your strongest storms are. They tend to have the biggest concentration of lightning bolts, and you see that's the case there with that severe thunderstorm warning. Kelly Schaefer, do I expect Evansville to get any severe winds or tornadoes tonight? No tornadoes. We could have some gusty winds. I don't know if they would be damaging or not. We're kind of right at the edge of where that watch is. I can actually put the watch up on the radar too. I should have put that graphic in, and I did not. So we'll add it here. And I think you can, it's a severe thunderstorm warning. Hang on here. I know it's in here. There we go. Okay, so the severe thunderstorm watch actually only comes up to the Wabash and Ohio rivers. But in the version that the Weather Service put out, they did include some of southwest Indiana in there too. Sometimes when the Storm Prediction Center draws it, they just draw straight square, and then the local weather office can add or subtract. And so they probably threw us in just in case those storms move in, but I really think most of the action should stay just west of the tri-state overnight. Ginger Putman, do I think we will have damaging winds for Hopkins County tonight? Well, now that's a good question. So Hopkins is right down here. Again, not technically in that watch, but as these storms come down, if I lived in Dawson Springs or Charleston, out here on the west end, as you head over there toward Princeton, Kentucky, in Caldwell County, yeah, I think you could get some stronger thunderstorms. That's certainly not out of the question. I don't think a tornado, but strong winds and heavy rainfall, yes. What about Beechmont, Kentucky and Greenville? So that would be way over here. Yeah, I think you're far enough east. Most of this is going to miss you, Abigail Oglesby. Kay Smith, thanks for the updates. Well, you're welcome. Stacy Whitledge, is it going to rain on the 18th, Saturday? A week from tomorrow? Oh, man, no clue. No clue. What do you have going on? Must be like a wedding or something big. Family reunion. Constant lightning toward Corridon area. Yeah, you're actually seeing the storms off here on the horizon, because Corridon would be right about here, and you're looking way over into Illinois to see that, you know, we used to call that heat lightning because you can't hear the thunder. Tina Robertson, thanks for the update. You're welcome. Tori Talbert, that big ball of lightning coming my way, blow it away. You must live down this way somewhere, Tori. I'm not sure where you live. I always thought you lived up in Richland County for some reason. Tina Woolley Chamley, what is the chance of hail by the airport? Not very good. I don't think we'll see any hail. I think it's going to be rain and wind. Flo Gunn, what about Muhlenberg County, right down here? Well, you know, it depends. This cell that's coming across Gallatin and Hardin could maybe drift down there. It's hard to say if it'll hold together that long. I think everybody at some point will get some showers overnight. James Williams, which direction are these moving? They're moving, the line here is moving to the southeast, east-southeast, so kind of like this. Deidre Barron, hello to my Union County peeps. All right. Oh, grandbaby's birthday party, Stacey Whitledge. Rats. Well, you have it in the garage, you know, or have the garage cleaned out and ready to go if you have to go that route. I'm full of great advice, aren't I? But, I mean, you know, it's an option. I'm going to clear this up a little bit, and then I wanted to kind of dig in here a little deeper to show you what's going on in this storm. So the one that has the severe thunderstorm warning on it, we're going to stop here for a moment, and we'll try to get the radar. There it is. It's out at Paducah that's looking at it. And we're going to check velocity first. There is no tight rotation in there. And even if we look at storm relative velocity, really not much happening. Wind speeds, at least in the strongest part, are showing up at about 45 to 50. And that's relatively close to the radar. This is, though, moving down toward Hardin County. So Cave and Rock, Rosie Claire's down there, and then we come across into Marion, in that Tolu or something is up here. There's Fredonia down there, but there's like Tolu, I think is the name of the little town that's along the river. It's kind of moving in that direction. Let's go back here and look at hail real quick. Hail, yeah, there's a hail core in there. This is out southwest of Harrisburg now, so El Dorado would be that way. So you're pretty far down. This still could clip. We might see a warning that would cover the southern edge of Gallatin County if that keeps going. Let's take a look at the 3D picture here. We'll go back and go back to this, and then we'll go see if we can't get a little better fix on things. I'm going to put a loop on that too, and then we'll play around with the image of it. This is what we're going to look at here, if I can get it on the screen where I want it, is now I should be able to kind of go up like that. Okay, so we're looking, pretend like we're in a drone here, and we're going up and looking down in this thunderstorm. And then if we change the orientation a little bit, we can kind of fly around it like this. And so now we're looking as the storm is moving that way. And you can see those tall areas in there. That's the hail core. And that would be where the heaviest rain would be occurring too. The reason I'm showing this, I'm trying to figure out if it's growing or if it's sinking. And you can tell it kind of pulsed up, and now the highest top here is starting to come back down. So as that begins to dissipate, what will likely happen is we will see an outflow boundary with it and some gusty winds. I can kind of see that already right down here. If we change it over here to look at the outflow boundary, so that would be this, not really showing one separated from the storm just yet, but it would likely kick out here. So you get some strong winds into Cadiz, Illinois, Cave and Rock, and then Rosiclare there along Illinois State Route 146. Strong winds, maybe 40 to 50 down there, okay? I don't know if we have anybody watching in Hardin County, but that's what's happening. That's the biggest storm that's close. Now, on the wider view, you can see this outflow boundary. This is where the strong winds would be, now south of Vienna, nearing Golconda in Pope County here. And that will move on across the Ohio River. But again, I'm responsible here for the light gray counties, right, for the tri-state. And at this point, I think this cell may make it down here into Webster and Hopkins just in looking at it. But it's weakening, so it may just be regular old rain by the time it gets down. And actually, if you look at the overall picture, and this is very important to do too, there aren't many warnings with this complex. There's one there and one down here near Poplar Bluff. So I feel like overnight, about the worst thing that's going to happen is we're going to get some heavy rain, and we may get some 40 or 50 mile an hour gusts, maybe a warning or two, but I think that's going to be it for us. Okay, let's see if we have any more questions. Let's see. Oh wow, we got a lot of questions in here. Okay, we'll start with Elizabeth Job. What about Vincennes? Well, up here in Knox County, everything tonight is to your south. You'll get a light show. If you look out to the south, you'll probably see those showers. Stephanie Henderson, good evening from Hawesville. Well, good evening. You're over here in Hancock. You're fine. Let's see. Erica Morris, will Beaver Dam get it? Here in Ohio County, probably not. It rain, yes, but I don't think we have a severe threat there. Christian Doherty's trying to go to Holiday World Monday. Will it be a washout? I don't think so. But, you know, there might be a period where you have to, you know, get off the rides and stuff if we get thunderstorms. Jennifer Marin, when do storms start? Tomorrow. We will be traveling home to Whitesville from Gulf Shores. I'm assuming you're talking to me from Gulf Shores right now, so by the time you get up here to Whitesville, storms in the afternoon, after 4. Perry County Fair is going on now. What are we looking at? Well, over here in Tell City or in this area, the worst of the storms are passing to the south right now, appear to be. Drakesboro, Muhlenberg County, so that's right down in here as well. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to get some rain, but that's about it. I hear it's good luck if it storms on your wedding day. Tara McDaniel. Did a bride tell you that, or I don't know if I agree with that. Let's see. Sleep or no sleep until after 12? I would sleep. Let's see. I think we got everybody in there. Union County Emergency Management, I'm thinking it will hit southern portion of Union County. Good question. You know, right down here, but the storm, now see there's no new warning on it. I think if it were still, you know, growing and intense, we would have seen a downstream warning that would have picked up Hardin and Gallatin. So at least where we stand right now, there's not a severe thunderstorm warning on it. Now you're going to get some thunder and lightning there at Sturgis. You know, probably from about Morganfield, the Rocks over here, and then all the way down. Sullivan, Sturgis, down there in the bottom edge of Union County from this. And this looks like it's moving more east than south right now, which would mean everybody will get some rain at some point. Camping at Holiday World, are we getting anything bad? Jessica Robinson. Well, you're right up here. At the moment, no, but I wouldn't rule out some overnight showers and thunderstorms. It's certainly possible. I mean, that's a lot of rain that has to move across, so I would just be prepared for that. I don't know if you're in an RV or you're tent camping. Michelle Rogers, flooding in Vanderburgh County tonight. If we continue to get, round after round of thunderstorm, then yeah, we might have some localized flooding. That's why we have the flood watch in effect. So that's pretty much what's going on right now. By 10 o'clock, which is about 40 minutes from now, it'll be interesting to see whether the line continues to move east or continues to sag more to the south, because that'll have a big impact on what we get from it. And just for the bigger picture, I'm going to show you the composite radar, and we're going to look all the way back to see what else is coming through. And this kind of looks like the main event of the night, however it plays out. And then, the atmosphere will still be juicy tomorrow. And if we get any sunshine at all, that'll pop those thunderstorms up again during the afternoon. Byron Douglas will be here for that for you. So be sure and watch him. He'll probably do an update at 2:30 if we have stuff going on. You'll get a notification on your phone. All right, that's all I have for you tonight. Please have a good weekend. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you on 14 News at 10.